Hello, everybody. O'Neill Gerald here. Good to see ya. And yeah, I'm here with a brand new setup. If you watched my prior two videos, this isn't a new setup. Blah, blah. This isn't a new setup to you. This is something that I have done for the last two videos. And if you watched my video called "I've been getting anxiety while filming," it will kind of explain why I'm doing this a little bit deeper. But what I'm doing for now is just kind of doing a podcast style, rant style video where I'm not really doing too much editing. I have some things that are queued up on my laptop. This is actually the second time I'm doing this because the first time I ended up deleting by accident what I recorded on my camera. But yeah, just I'm, as you can tell by the title of this video, yeah, Brandy lip syncs, and I don't care. I don't really know what I'm gonna call this this little thing, but yeah, it's whatever. If you have any things that you think would work for the title or what would kind of work for this thing, leave it in the comments. But anyway, before I even get into it, just like this video, subscribe to the channel. Yeah, we out here. Yeah. Anyway. So as you can tell by the video, the title of the video, I'm going to be talking about Brandy lip syncing, and not simple. And just a disclaimer: this isn't me talking about or taking some time to dig at Brandy and say that she's lip synced her entire career. We all know she has not done that. However, there was a pretty recent instance where Brandy was found lip syncing because she had fallen at one of her concerts. I'm sure if you search up Brandy lip syncing, you know, maybe I'll just pull it up just right here so that you guys can see it. And they turn it off, but she can't play it off anymore. We already know that she lip synced. Now, a lot of people took this as an opportunity to dig at Brandy and say that, oh, Brandy's done, she can't sing anymore, and blah, 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 blah. And I think personally, and excuse me while I drink my smoothie, I think a lot of people have actually been waiting to be able to dig at Brandy because they have thought for the longest time that Brandy actually can't sing. Now, believe it or not, there's actually people that think this way. And I'm not going to dog them. I'm just going to say that they think that Brandy can't sing. And anyway, as somebody that's a vocal coach and somebody that's been heavily influenced by Brandy, I would thoroughly disagree. But this particular lip sync instance is a time that people have used to say Brandy can no longer sing the way that she used to. I, on the other hand, am somebody that sees an instance like this, and it doesn't faze me at all, as in terms of Brandy's prowess, in terms of Brandy's abilities. It really doesn't faze me. Why? I'll do a little bit of explaining. Firstly, Brandy single-handedly has changed the way that we hear singing, in at least in the R&B realm, and R&B is pop nowadays, so I'm going to say the pop realm as well. If you know a singer that your favorite, even if you do not necessarily or are not influenced by Brandy, someone that you listen to and is like a singing singer will say that they have Brandy as somewhat of an influence. I know that Jessie J is influenced by Brandy. Beyonce is influenced by Brandy. There's so many people that I can name that have such an influence, that I've named her as an influence, because she has single-handedly changed the way that not only that we sing, her runs are everywhere, but also the way that we record. I was looking at this, and I should actually pull it up. I'm gonna try and pull it up while I'm stalling here. But yeah, I was looking. I was on Twitter, and I was looking at a great little thread that was talking about how amazing Brandy is, and not just how amazing she is, but how her album Full Moon actually completely changed the game in terms of singing. Because I don't know, like, it's just you can't just forget about full moon. Full moon is like the basics, the 101 of how we now stack our vocals. And this particular Twitter thread that I was reading, I guess I'm not going to find it, but yeah, oh, there it is. At I am Mel Smith. He says stacks mean or basically, hold on, I just gotta scroll down just a little bit. Oh my gosh, it's just a wonderful conversation that he was having, and just basically saying that that Brandy is the person that changed the way that we record, the way that she stacks her. The way that she stacks in her vocal production, and particularly the way that her voice was stacked on Full Moon. Now, when I talk about stacks, as he said, maybe I should just quote him. I am Mel Smith says, if I can find it, and this is what happens when you go without editing. Oh my gosh, am I not gonna find it? Yeah, it's whatever. But basically, stacks are when I sing one line, one vocal line, la 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 la, and I sing it more than once, probably about 4 times. I think people were saying that on Full Moon she was doing it 8 times per vocal line. You're singing the same thing 8 times. What happens when you sing it 8 times is that it stacks each of these tracks stacks on the other, and you are able to create a choral effect, because the human voice is so wonderful in that there are minute changes that you'll make in your voice that kind of allow you to sound, when you're panned around the mix, your voice can come off as if it's a million of you singing. And was it a million of Brandy that was singing on Full Moon? But I digress. Brandy is, with that album, Brandy changed the way that we stack our vocals, changed the way that we do background harmonies. She completely changed the game in terms of studio work. But now, I still am unfazed in terms of lip syncing. Okay, because a lot of people would probably say that, okay, yeah, that's studio work. But let's talk about the live aspect. You know, Brandy's supposed to be singing live, etc. and so forth. Guys, I personally have accepted the fact that lip syncing is actually a lot more common than a lot of us would believe. I personally had a rude awakening to this many times, and I'm not saying that a lip syncing is something that we should opt for, but I do know that when a lot of people are doing a lot more dancing and moving around, etc. so forth, they might just resort to lip syncing. Now, this isn't me saying whether an artist should or should not lip sync. I am saying that depending on the choices that they have to make in terms of activity on stage, and sometimes because of vocal capability, and that's the thing. You shouldn't be choosing lip syncing because of vocal capability. This should be because of simply even with vocal capability, you know, sometimes you might have an off day. Maybe Brandy was having an off day, you know, lip sync, etc. so forth. And also, this is actually something I didn't say on the first recording. I'm slowly going on a rap trail that I don't know if I'll be able to get back to it, but anyway, there's a difference between lip syncing, that is, you're syncing your lips to an actual track, and then there's singing with a live track that is helping you, or you're basically dubbing over a track that is actually helping you. So you're singing along with the track. And I'm not talking about when the chorus comes in and all of the backing vocals comes in. No, there are people that actually they sing, and through, I guess, some type of side chaining, they are able to send a signal through their own singing, and they are able to come out with another track. And which one of those is Brandy doing? I actually don't know. I personally don't know. If you know, or if you have an idea, please leave it in the comments. But I'm just letting you know that lip syncing isn't just, you know, cut and dry. There's many things that you can do. Now, coming back to this immense rabbit trail, Brandy in lip syncing, the reason I don't care, I guess I'm going all the way back. The reason I don't care is simply because of one term, and the one term has three prongs, and it's called live arrangement. Now, we talked about what Brandy does in the studio for her album work. She's a wonderful studio artist with a lot of drive, with a lot of skill, with a lot of ability to be able to knock out 8 of the same and very complex lines, and then do the and then harmonize with it. Anyway, just that in and of itself is amazing. But now, the work that Brandy does in terms of her live arrangement. Now, something that I didn't mention in my video where I was talking about Beyonce's Homecoming Live transitions is I didn't credit the people that are actually behind the scenes. I know that Beyonce works with Derek Dixie, who is her MD. I've heard Fly. People call him her MD, and MD is a musical director. Basically, he's the one that's in charge of arrangements. I'm sure that Beyonce's had ideas that were put in, but he's the one that is taking the helm. So shout out to Derek Dixie. But now Brandy, I don't know who her MD is. Mind you, I know that a lot of the ideas that she put that end up being executed are her own, and especially because a lot of what we're talking about is not just with band arrangement, but band live arrangement, changing the chords up, changing the shots where the band is hitting, but literally the way that Brandy arranges and rearranges her lead vocal. So what she is doing in terms of like herself singing, and that includes her ad-libs, but then also what's happening in terms of the background vocals. So I'll get there, but I'll kind of give you an example. I'll kind of give you an example. Brandy's "What About Us." We know that you don't necessarily know, but "What About Us" is a great song to use an example to show the way that Brandy has progressed in terms of using a live arrangement and also changing the way that she sings it. So the great thing about "What About Us" is that or the melody of "What About Us" is, for the verses, why don't you return my calls? Why you trip out where I be? You don't ever come to see me. You say that you're too busy. And she's actually with that melody, she's following the bass line that was given by the wonderful Rodney Darkchild Jerkins. 4 1 1 3 5 4 1 1, and I'm actually talking in the tonality of C minor. I usually talk in the tonality of the major key, but today I'm talking in the minor key. Anyway, just in case anyone's confused with the numbers. So 4 1 1 3 5 4 1 1. I'll show you. 1 3 5 4. And then she hits those notes with the chorus. Why don't you return my calls? Why you trip out where I be? You don't ever come to see me. You say that you're too busy. Now, a wonderful thing about the number system and about chords is that Brandy, or not necessarily Brandy, but for every note that is in the scale, if we're using the minor scale or the natural minor scale, we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. No, 7 1. That's not the we're using the natural minor. But 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 7 6 5 4 3 2 1. On every single chord, there is. Sorry, I gave myself away. I went ahead of myself. On every single note, there is a chord that is attached to every single note. And with each chord, there is a harmonization that uses up that is made up of those notes I just gave you. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 1. And so on the 4 chord, the 4 out of the 4 1 1. Hopefully you're following me. 4 actually has there on the 4 there are notes that are associated with the all of those notes are actually part of the natural minor scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And so actually, because of the way that what about us is written, we're not really given the information as to what is the real makeup of the harmonics of the harmony of that 4 chord. But with I keep on calling Beyonce, Brandy's, probably because I'm listening to Homecoming so much. But anyway, we'll talk about that another. Actually, I already talked about that. Go check out that video. Anyway, with Brandy's live arrangement skills, we were given a little bit more information. I'll show you. Okay. Okay. So this is 2014, and this is back because the thing is, I watch Brandy videos like crazy. Anyway. Why don't you return my call? Trip out where okay. Don't never come to see me. Okay, there we go. So you don't necessarily hear the note, but well, what the I don't have time. So when she hits that note, she hits actually the major 6 of the 4. So remember, we were talking about the 4. Sorry, not the major 6, but the major 3rd from the 4. So we're talking about 4, and if we were talking in the natural minor, the next note would probably be the 6. However, she decided to make it major, so we have bum bum bum, which is making up the major version of that F chord. So we're having F major instead of F minor. So when she said da 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 da, don't have time. Ooh, okay, come on, E flat 2. Anyway, sorry. When she sang that, she gave us a little bit of it was like it was like new information. It was new. It was just brand new. So take that a little bit further. Why don't you return my call? Why you trip out where I be? There we go. So where I be. We got some a new way that she is actually continuing to expand on the information. She changes the melody up. Why don't you return my calls? Is the original, and then she goes, why you trip out where I be? Now she's singing, why you trip out where I be? So this is 2017 at the Kansas City Jazz Heritage Festival. Anyway, but yeah, so yeah, she's doing a lot. There is this fly. I'm so sorry, guys. There's this fly that's just doing weird stuff. But anyway, it is what it is. Anyway, why don't you return my call? Anyway, so we get another way that Brandy is changing up arrangement. Will I show you guys this video? Not necessarily. She doesn't do too much that is completely different, but that is just a little bit of what it's just a minute, small part of what Brandy does to adjust the her live vocal arrangement in terms of her lead vocal. But now, I was snooping a little bit because as I said before, I watch Brandy performances just to see what she's gonna do differently. In fact, I said that in the first time I tried doing this video, but anyway, I'm saying it now. I do it with everybody, and especially Brandy. I only really do it with gospel artists plus Brandy, to see what they're doing to spice up their live arrangement, because they don't ever sing the same. They don't ever sing it the same. Anyway, I was snooping, and I was on Forever Brandy 101 at Forever Brandy 101. Shout out to you guys, the Instagram page. A wonderful place if you want to know the ins and outs of what Brandy's singing is like, or you want to see updates in terms of what she's doing musically and also what she's doing live, because Brandy fans are singers. We're people that appreciate great singing. But yeah, I was snooping around there and I heard a few things. Oh my gosh. And this thing I didn't get to talk about the last time, but okay. First of all, guys, I'm not okay. We get Okay. Let me see if I can contain myself. I was listening to I can't contain myself. Okay, I'm gonna try and talk about this. Brand new backing vocals. Brand new backing vocals. Do you know what this means? No, you don't know what this means, so I'm gonna tell you. Okay, so from the conception of, okay, you know what? Let me just play it for you. Let me just play it for you. Okay, so we're getting Brandy in the studio. Brandy is singing in the not just singing in the studio, but she's showing that she and the caption. What was the caption? Oh, new vocals on classics. Oh yeah. So we're getting that she's putting new vocals on classics, meaning that she's recording brand new backing vocals for her music. Do you guys understand what this means? It means. And the particular song we're going to hear is Baby, which was released in 1994. That is 25 years ago, meaning that 25 years ago, Brandy recorded those vocals, meaning that for 24 years, let's say, Brandy has been using the same vocals from when she was around 15 years old. Okay, I gotta contain myself, guys. But anyway, she has been using the same vocals since she was 15 years old, meaning that through her turning 30, and a woman's voice kind of ages like a fine wine. Around 30 is when women are kind of at their prime and like their voice is kind of fully matured. Mind you, also when you are pregnant and you have a baby, I've heard, especially from Delisa Archer, a great vocal coach and clinician, and yeah, she's on YouTube. Check out her stuff. Apparently, when you have a baby, and I don't know this because I'm not a woman. When you have a baby, your voice changes as well. So, Brandy had Sarah. Sorry, I'm not Sarai. I'm so sorry. I'm butchering your name. But yeah, she had her baby. She had her daughter. In her 20s. She turned 30. Brandy's now like what, 40. So the way that her voice sounds now, versus when she was 15, are completely different. And so she puts on. I'm just getting a little bit of a taste in the studio.
So I'm telling you, baby, don't you know that you're so fine? Yeah.
Guys, not only does she re-record the chorus of Baby, guys, you this is like, you will not get this. Like, this is absolute gold. Not only is she re-recording the vocals, but she has brand new harmonies along with the yeah. Guys, baby. So 25 years later, approximately, because Baby was released in 1984, we're getting new vocals, brand new vocals. And it wasn't just for Baby, I saw, because when we finally see the live performance, she not only has okay, let me not get ahead of myself, guys. And this is all on topic, by the way, just letting you know. Yeah, guys. Oh, my camera's about to die. I need to really hurry up. But anyway, Brandy is using the vocals from Baby. I can't even fathom what she just did. She re-recorded the vocals from a song that was from 1994, added harmonies, and then puts it out there live. That's work. That is work. And she's not just singing baby once, she's stacking. So she's in the studio, putting in work, rearranging, and then, for the sake of time and my camera dying, continues to not only with that yeah part, that little thing at the end, she uses it to go into I Thought. Watch. Let me hear you say yeah. Come on, let me hear you say yeah. She creates and I don't know how much help she had, but I don't care. they create vocals that go along with the chord progression, or that are because baby was in B flat minor, I thought is in E flat minor, so they're kind of closely related in terms of the circle of fifths. So they took a risk, but they did it. They took the chords from the yeah. So you got the B flat minor, to the A flat major. So with that is if we're talking back into the tonality of the major key, that is C flat major, we're getting the 6th chord minor, the 5. When we go to E flat now, we're getting the B flat minor chord ends up being the upper extension of the E flat minor chord. And so, oh my gosh. And then the 5 of the B flat of B flat minor now has become the 4 of, it's technically the 4, but if we're talking in the tonality of the major key, technically we're getting we have the minor 5 chord. Then we have that nice little major, the major 2, because we're talking in the tonality of the major chord of the major chord. So we have the major 2 that is on top of this E flat. And point is, the 2 work together, and she combined them. Who was doing this type of work? I'm telling you, who was doing this type of work anyway. So first of all, I can't even talk about the way that she went from I thought. There's so much that she's doing, but okay, I just want to get to Who Is She to You, because that's what. That's Who Is She to You, by the way, that's playing. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So in order to transition, she sings into the transition. I'm not even gonna. Okay, my camera's about to die, so I can't give you. This woman's doing the work. You can't just write her off because she lip synced once. This is work. You can't tell me an artist that's putting in work like this. I'm telling you, vocal work like this, background vocal work like this. Anyway, this is the part that absolutely made me go nuts. Aaliyah's More Than a Woman. Beyonce's Crazy in Love. And Erica Campbell's A Little Bit More Jesus were quoted rhythmically in the ad-libs and the backing vocals of Who Is She to You. She could have said, well, you down and down, calling me crazy. She could, I love this song anyway, even though I don't know all the lyrics. Yeah. She quotes them rhythmically. She could have just left it bare, but no. She was hurt like a little breeze. Okay, so there's a little more Jesus from Erica Campbell. She needs a little more Jesus. I need just a little more Jesus. And so a lot of people didn't actually catch a lot of the references that she was putting there because she changed them to match the tonality of Who Is She to You. Nothing big anyway. I can't. But when we get to Crazy in Love, stop it. Just stop it. And then she tells everybody to wave their hands, and she puts all 3 of them together. Okay, guys. She quotes all of them rhythmically in the ad-libs of the verse. She quotes them in the ad-libs of the verse, And then this fly is anyway. She quotes them in the ad-libs of the verse, and then she has the audacity to put all three of them together. So she quoted them in a way where they could be put together later. Don't ever tell me. I'm sorry, guys. This is okay. You know what? Feel free, have your opinion, but after all this type of work in a live arrangement, I do not care if Brandy lip syncs. I don't care if she lip syncs for every show for the rest of her life. She's continually bringing new flavor and continually making seeing her live more desirable, just because she's putting in the extra live arrangement work to rearrange and make something, feel a little bit different. And I'm sure she's doing this for her own edification. But listen, we're being edified right here vocally. I'm just saying. So why don't I care that Brandy lip syncs sometimes? Because she puts in the work. When you give me another artist that's putting in this type of work, maybe we can talk. Sorry. Little fly. But anyway, I don't care. I really don't care. If you liked this video, please give me a like. Share this video with another Brandy fan or somebody that enjoys live arrangement and singing. I'm gonna go because I'm just gonna go. I'm O'Neal Gerald. Please just come back. We think deeply. We create art that changes the world. Just stay a little while and watch some more of this stanky video. Anyway, I love you guys. Bye. I've never done that before. I don't know. That's very not me. Anyway, I'll just wave. Bye, everybody.